Hello everybody, how's it going? It's me, Crendor, and welcome back to another episode of WoW Leveling. This is episode 156, and it's been a year since I've uploaded a WoW Leveling. In fact, the last WoW Leveling I uploaded was a Midsummer Fire Festival WoW Leveling. And that WoW Leveling was actually, I gotta go to Razor Hill, I think. It was actually just a stream VOD, so we're talking about a lot of stuff today as I go around and put out these fires, but I figured this would be a good time to start up the WoW leveling again, especially the leveling squish is coming in. Midsummer Fire Festival is always one of my favorite holidays. Yeah, so it seemed right, you know? And this is the first day of it. Last year, I didn't do it till the last day, and I think I only did Northrend and Outland, so I didn't have enough time to do everything. So, now I got plenty of time, 'cause this is like day one. Well, maybe day two. Either way. How's it going? Man. A lot has happened since the last WoW leveling. But, speaking of a lot of things happening, I mean, like, just YouTube in general, I've been doing a lot more, I don't know, what's the word? I'm trying to, like, make unique YouTube content, right? Like, I'll still upload a Twitch VOD here or there, but I've really been enjoying doing YouTube again. And I hope it shows in my videos, because I actually have been having a lot of fun doing YouTube. It's something I think I've missed for so long, because I used to just do YouTube all the time. In fact, I did WoW leveling because it was a Let's Play, and everyone on YouTube was doing Let's Plays, and I was like, hey, I'll do a WoW Let's Play. But as times shifted, I would say maybe like 5 years ago, which shows how long I've been doing this. Yeah, you know, not that long ago, like 5 years. Things like Let's Plays started shifting over to Twitch, and as did my Let's Plays, because it's just a lot easier to play an entire game or play big chunks of games on Twitch, and you can just chill and do what you want. You don't have to edit. You don't have to, you know, render, edit, do all these things, upload big chunks of footage and everything, and then deal with YouTube ads and deal with, you know, maybe you make like a 3-hour chunk of WoW leveling, and you got to cut it up into like 30-minute sections, and then you do like episode this, episode that. And so, where am I going with this is the question. Well, it became a lot easier to level just on Twitch. But I didn't want to do it while Twitch leveling, right? Because this felt like a YouTube thing, you know what I mean? Like, I started on YouTube, I don't want to like transfer it over. So, you know, I would try like here and there, put up like a Twitch VOD of me leveling, and then be like, oh, you know, it kind of works, but it didn't feel the same, you know what I mean? So, here we are, back to YouTube again. And I think, I don't know, it's like I've come full circle. I started on YouTube, then I've gone to Twitch. Well, I wouldn't say full circle. That would mean I'm like fully back to YouTube. But I found a happy medium, I guess is what you could say. Because although Twitch is nice, YouTube just feels more like a creative outlet to me. And so that's part of the reason I've started doing more like unique YouTube content again, compared to just uploading Twitch VODs and doing some random stuff here and there. Where was I going with this topic? Welcome back to me ranting and forgetting how I started. I guess I wanted to bring up Classic WoW. That's where I was going with this. So I wanted to bring up Classic WoW because I leveled from 1 to 60 on Classic WoW. My Orc Warlock, and speaking of Orc Warlocks, it's funny because I always said Warlocks were my least favorite class, and then I decided to play one in Classic WoW, and I loved it. I loved it so much that it became my main for when Classic WoW came out. In the beta, I played Billy, my Orc Hunter, to like 43, and then I did that as like a nostalgia trip, because that was my first ever character in Orc Hunter. So I was like, alright, got him to 43, then he gets wiped away, now we'll do a Warlock. So I did, I loved it. I had a great time, and I get a lot of people saying, Crendor, are you still playing Classic WoW? Are you still doing all that? Honestly, not really. My favorite part of Classic WoW was the launch and kind of like the first few weeks after the launch, and then probably the first few weeks of raiding as well. I didn't think I was going to raid at all. If you go back and listen to some of my older videos talking about Classic WoW, I didn't think I was going to raid. I was like, maybe I'll do like one raid. But I actually raided Molten Core like every week for a couple months. And then I did Blackwing Lair for a few weeks, and then our guild started falling apart. And just like that, I was like, man, the true Classic WoW experience, when your guild starts falling apart, your friends stop playing, and then you lose motivation. And a lot of people playing now, they do just PvP, or I still have some friends playing, but it's weird. I made a video about this too, but I became nostalgic about Classic WoW. Like, I became nostalgic about a nostalgic thing. It was so weird. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. But, again, another side tangent. The big thing with Classic WoW was leveling on Twitch, right? So I would just play for like 8 hours a day. Some people would play like an insane amount. Listen, you know, I'm not that crazy. I played for my normal amount of time, like 8-9 hours, and then I'd be like, listen, I gotta sleep. I can't let my body fall apart more than it already is. So I would. Is there a fire in Mulgore? I don't remember. Midsummer Fire Festival fires. Fire locations. You know, I think it just shows it in the achievements. I've done this thing. I've done this so many times that you would think that I would know all the fires by now. But here we are. Let's see. There's Dustwallow Marsh. There's Southern Barrens in Desolation Hold. Oh, that's right down here. Okay, I know now. So yeah. I'd get a lot of people asking me. This was the point I was trying to get to. They'd be saying, Crendor, you know, you're leveling so much faster than you do in your WoW leveling series, right? This series has been going on for like 7 years. And everyone's like, Crendor, how are you leveling so much faster? Well, I'm like, one, I don't have to cut myself off after like 30, 40 minutes and be like, all right, guys, well, thanks for watching this episode. I need to cut this here and go render it and upload it and, you know, process all the YouTube stuff. So it allows me to level longer. So I essentially would, you know, make 8 or 9 episodes in a day if I was correlating it to like Twitch leveling. Maybe even more than that. But again, I think the difference is when you're leveling with Twitch, it's almost like you got a community there with you, right? You're leveling and you'd like, you know, like say right now, right? If I'm flying over here and I'm like, all right, I gotta go to Fort Triumph. I'd be like, anybody in the chat know, I think the fire's at Fort Triumph. Oh yeah, there it is. And then someone in the chat would be like, hey Crendor, man, I remember your WoW leveling series. You're the guy that made the Billy stuff, right? And I'd be like, yep, that's me. And then they'd be like, oh wow, do the Billy voice. And I'd be like, it's me, Billy. And everyone's like, haha, he did it. So, you know, it's more of like, whoa, I hit level 80. I didn't even realize I was that close to leveling. Dude, we're level 80. God, now that threw me off. I unlocked a bunch of stuff. Oh my god, I unlocked so many things. I think a lot has changed to the point where now it's like, here's a bunch of stuff. Wait, so I can unlock Master Writing now? Or I did unlock it? How much does it cost? I have 2,000 gold. Can I just add enough? Anyway, my point was, when I'm in Twitch chat, it's more about the interaction with the chat, right? And you kind of look over there, you get some interaction, you talk for a bit, you look back, you see somebody that comes in the stream a lot, or maybe you're like, oh yeah, and then you like blah blah. But with this, I'm not interacting with anyone but myself. And so, instead of looking over a chat right now, I'm kind of just rambling. And I think a lot of people say rambling in a bad sense. I think rambling can be good. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with rambling. A lot of people say, oh, sorry, no, I'm rambling. Like, I do that often, but, like, at the same time, I don't think it's a bad thing. But I guess I do think it's a bad thing because I'm apologizing for it. But in a way, I'm doing it in a funny sense because I'm not actually sorry for it. Because I feel like most people enjoy hearing people ramble, especially when they're trying to just chill out or whatever. And it puts you in this weird mindset of like, oh, you know, they're just going to keep talking in this monotone voice. And I can keep doing whatever I'm doing. And there's going to be no wacky stuff in there. I don't know. Again, that right there was a rambling about ramble. But the thing is, rambling, again, it's not a bad thing. A lot of people think it's a bad thing. I think some people think rambling can be bad because it shows that you're not listening. Maybe that's something that it could be. Like, you know, if you're rambling while someone else is talking, then it's like, oh, okay, so they're not even listening to me. They're just kind of rambling on and on and on, and I don't even get to get a word in. But with a Let's Play or something like this, me rambling is just me talking. And, you know, I'm not talking to anybody. So in a sense, pretty much every Let's Play is just rambling. How did I get here? I'm going to rewind this a bit. Twitch, YouTube, rambling. Yes. So, and I'm level 80. But I'm actually excited for the level squish. Squish. I want to see where it puts me. Oh, we got to get Larry out, too. Larry needs to be part of this. I've just been flying around. But everybody's going to be excited to know that I've actually been working on new WoW stuff. Now, when I say that, you know, I'm not, like, going back to being like, oh, you know, here come the WoW machinimas, like, once a week or something. Like, this is in 2011 or 12 again. I don't know. I think it was around there. But I am making some, and I have been motivated, and I've been inspired, and I've just felt that, I think because I've gotten so into YouTube again and kind of doing what I want, that in itself has given me the motivation to kind of work on them. So, I've got a lot of plans, I've been working on some stuff, and I think you'll enjoy it. Oh man, I was going to ask everybody a question. What was the question I was going to ask? Oh yeah, I was going to say, when did you start, like, have you been here since the beginning of WoW leveling? Or like, when did you find this YouTube channel? I like to ask this a lot, but sometimes it's hard to read all the responses, so I'll ask it multiple times just to get different answers. But like, how did you find my YouTube channel? When was your first episode of WoW leveling that you watched? Where is this fire? Actually, I think it's over here. Actually, oh wait, is it Brackenwall? Oh wait, no, maybe it's right here. You know what? I'm just gonna go down. I'm gonna follow the road, because I think the road will show me. And, yeah. Did you just start watching from a random episode? Like, did you subscribe to me from watching Co-Optional and be like, oh, here's Crendor, and then it's like, here's WoW Leveling episode 98, and you're like, oh, why not? I'll watch it. Or is it something else? Oh, here we go. Let's put this out. Very nice. Also, I've been riding around on squeakers. Big fan of squeakers. Good guy. Alright, let's head back over this way. Is there anything on Mud Sprocket? I don't think there is. Pretty sure there is not. And then Tanaris has fires. Let's go down with Tanaris. So yeah, I don't know. I think the biggest key for me over the years, because, you know, I've been doing this again. I started in 2009, so it's been 11 years almost. And right, has it? 2009. 2019 would be 10 years. 2020, 11. So yeah, it's been 11 and a half years. Oh my god. I've been doing YouTube for 11 and a half years. I remember back then people would just be like, are you sure this is going to last? And then Twitch I've been doing like 8 years. But again, back on track. I think the biggest thing I've learned from doing all this was, you know, I did YouTube, and then it sort of shifted. Then it became like 80-20 YouTube. Then it became like 60-40 YouTube. Then it became like 50-50 YouTube Twitch. Twitch is the other one, by the way. Then I was doing like 40-60 YouTube Twitch. Then like 20-80 YouTube Twitch. And then my YouTube kind of became an afterthought, and I just started uploading VODs here. And I like I said before, I would try to reinvigorate myself, be like, all right, maybe I gotta do some YouTube stuff again, or like, what do people want to watch? And I kind of made that problem. I was like, what do people want to watch? Or then I was like, okay, well, I don't care about YouTube, right? The apocalypse, whatever, screw YouTube, I don't care. But then it hit a point where I was like, YouTube got me here. Like, YouTube was this creative outlet for me. And there's so many people that do YouTube. They either do it for the money, or they do it for, I don't know, just like the fame of it all. But like, man, when I started YouTube, I just wanted to make fun WoW videos. And I just had so many ideas, right? I didn't want to make vlogs and be like, here's me. I didn't want to be like, what's up, gamers, and do all this. I just wanted to be like, I got some fun ideas in my head. I just wanted to tell a story. And I think that's what I really enjoyed about YouTube, was it allowed me to tell that story. It allowed me to have that creative outlet that I keep mentioning. And I've really missed that. And I think what reinvigorated me, as weird as it sounds, is Warhammer. And if you didn't know, I got back into Warhammer after a long time. I have a Warhammer channel called Warhammer Crendor, who would have thought? And about a year ago, in fact, it was like literally a year ago, I decided to purchase the 8th edition of Warhammer Fantasy book and kind of relive that nostalgia. So I'm like, all right, reliving classic WoW nostalgia, I'm going to relive Warhammer nostalgia. And I started looking at it, and I was like, this is so cool. I missed this from like 8th grade. And then everyone was like, well, why don't you just get back into it and start paint and build some stuff? And I was like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I will. So I went in, and I got some lizards, and I was so excited to do it. And then I got all my Saurus warriors built, and I primed them, and I painted them, and I was very happy. And then I met a bunch of cool people at like my game store I go to, and they were just like, yeah, you know what, just, you should try playing the game. So I was like, all right. So I kept buying more stuff I thought looked cool, and I kept building an army, and then I played the game, and then I loved playing the game. And now it's gotten to the point where like I have so much Warhammer stuff all around me that it's insane. And the big thing, like I was saying, is that Warhammer kind of reinvigorated that creative person in me, because when I first got started with online entertainment, it was about like creativity, right? It was, I want to tell my stories, and I want to do my fun voices, and that's what I want to do, and entertain people. And then, Twitch was more focused on kind of being a guy on a stage, if that makes sense, right? Like I put it this way: when you go on Twitch, it's like you're on a stage. It's like you're doing stand-up comedy, and you'd be like, "Hey, what's going on? Yo, what's up, guy in the audience? You got a funny hat, blah blah blah." But when I would make YouTube videos, it's like you're taking you're taking people to the movie theater, and you're being like, "All right, and here's my film," and then you let everyone watch it, and you just watch the reactions, and you're like, "All right, let's see." And it's just the fact of like, sure, it's easier to make money on Twitch. Sure, you can get like some oil prints. It's like, here's $1,000, and you're like, wow, that's more than like 10 YouTube videos could make. But at the same time, sometimes there's more currencies than money. And every time I would make a video, I just loved the feeling of like putting that video up and kind of just watching and seeing if people liked it, seeing if it got a lot of views compared to other videos, being like, all right, so this video I made, or like this kind of story I told was better than this story, or like, did I do anything wrong with that? And I think there was something about that kind of, I don't know, it gave me like a fulfillment, the same way someone that writes a book or makes a song or anything like that did. And that's not to say that like, Twitch can do that, but I can only handle so much like live streaming, man. Like I'm a type of person that I need that creative fulfillment. And when I started doing Warhammer, I think that's when I came to that realization. And so that's when I kind of took this YouTube back, and I was like, listen, I'm just going to do what I want. And if I want to do no WoW stuff right now, I'm not going to do any WoW stuff. And then when I want to do WoW stuff, I'm going to do WoW stuff. And, you know, so many people are like, hey, everybody, what do you want me to do? What do you want to see on the channel? And I became a victim of that. And even though I used to be someone who was like, nah, you shouldn't do that, because then you let people decide what you should put on your channel when you're supposed to create what you want to create. And so, right, like I started leveling in WoW because I wanted to level in WoW, and I thought it would be fun to do. And so I did it. I started fishing with people and interviewing them because I wanted to learn about people, and I thought it'd be a fun show to have, right? I started making WoW machinimas because I wanted to tell stories. So why would I have other people tell me what to do when, you know, I've done so many things on my own, and I'm just having fun doing it? I don't know. It's just, I went through a lot of things. I went through so many thoughts and, like, trying to, it was like a I don't know, would that be a quarter? It would be a quarter. I guess kind of like a quarter life crisis, a third life crisis, something like that. But I think I finally found, or at least I'm on the right track to getting to where I want to be. I think I've started down the right path, and I've still got a lot of stuff to do. Right, like I'm still gonna be making more WoW stuff, and I gotta, you know, actually do it. But the biggest thing is I've been having fun, and I think there's a lot of people out there that do YouTube and they do Twitch, and they're not having fun. And I think that's probably one of the worst feelings you can have, because so many people talk to you and be like, man, it must be great to do this as a job. And when you hear that and you're not having fun doing it, it actually makes you feel worse, because you're like, why don't I love doing this, right? This is like a dream job, and I hate it. And that kind of eats away at you, man. And, you know, I've had periods of that where, like, especially when I stopped doing WoW stuff as much, and you're just like, you know, why am I feeling so bad? And then you kind of realize over time, like, oh, it's because you focus more on the money aspect and the views aspect than you do the why you got into it, or the creative aspect, or whatever you're into. And that's the thing, is like, when I say, you know, a lot of people focus on the money and the views, that's not a bad thing. It's bad when you put all of your focus on those things. You know, those should still be obviously a part of it, but just not the whole picture. So, you know, instead of putting like 80% of your focus on the views and money, you put like 20%. And it's a lot healthier that way, because it can stifle creativity, right? If you're going to make a fun video, but you're like, you know what, it's not going to get a lot of views, that stifles your creativity. Because maybe you want to make that video, and now you can't, because you're stopping yourself just because of money. And that's not good. And, you know, I've had talks with a lot of people about that. And there's so many people like, yeah, I want to do this thing, but, you know, it's not going to get a lot of views, so I'm not going to. And it's like, and that's where I come back to, like, the currency thing, where I'm like, you know, money isn't the only currency here. Like, the satisfaction of creating something and seeing other people enjoy it is a currency in itself. And it's, I don't know. And it's such a weird thing, especially because it's like not many people experience this. So it's kind of like a wasteland of like, well, I'm feeling this way, and I don't think anyone's ever felt this way before. I guess, you know, maybe like musicians, or, I mean, yeah, if you think about it, like musicians and stuff, or actors, and how many times do you see like musicians and actors and any type of creative outlet type of thing, and people are like, I know I've been really successful writing this specific book or making this specific type of music, but I'm going to shift now and do this completely opposite thing. And everyone's like, why would you do that? This one's being great. And sometimes they just, you know, they're just doing it for themselves. They're just saying, hey, you know what? Doing this is more important than the money for me. I know, for example, if maybe if George R. R. Martin was like, hey, you know what? I could write this new Game of Thrones book, make a bunch of money. Be a great idea, but you know what? I honestly don't think he really wants to. I mean, I think he partially wants to, but he's definitely not as motivated as he used to be. And I don't know. There's probably a billion examples out there now that I think about it, but just nothing too tied into like YouTube or Twitch, I guess is what I'm trying to get at. Man, how did I get here? This has been like the Crendor. Well, you know, I mean, listen, there hasn't been a WoW leveling in like a year. I got a lot of stuff to ramble about. How long have we been going for? 25 minutes. It's not too bad. So yeah, I mean, let's see. The last WoW leveling was July 6th. And, I don't know. But really, do any of us know, man? Do any of us know? I don't know. But hey, we're in Ungoro. I've just always enjoyed the Midsummer Fire Festival. Coming back to WoW, it's just, I love that it encourages exploration. I love that it's summer. I've always really enjoyed summer. Summer's like, well, maybe partially because I was born in summer, so I must have like some weird summer connection. Is that a thing? Like, are you more attached to the season that you were born in? Like, if you were born in fall, you really enjoy fall the most. If you're born in winter, you like winter the most, etc. So I've always loved summer, but I feel like maybe it's because I was born in summer now. I don't know. Leave that in the comments down below as well. But yeah, I've always had good memories of, like, summertime things. Like, for example, I love just summer festivals. Like, I love going to summer festivals. I love in-game summer festivals. Like, I've always enjoyed Midsummer Fire Festival. Even, like, Lord of the Rings Online. I don't even know if they actually... I think they had a Midsummer Fire Festival type thing. And I remember playing it, and that's, like, one of my only memories from the game. I don't remember, like, anything else, but I remember being in their festival. I think there was another game I played that had, like, a summer fire festival. Plus, summer was, like, you'd get out of school, so it was always fun. It's like, oh, thank God I don't have to go to school anymore. So that was great. And it's hot outside, so you can go outside, do stuff. I don't know. I always like summer. And I think that's part of the reason I enjoy the fire festival. And I like fires. Like, you just, you know, at nighttime it cools down, you sit by the fire, and it's like, you know, you can grill stuff by the fire. You get, like, the smell of the fire. I don't know. Summer's great. And then you put on the air conditioning. You know, it gets nice and cold inside. Unless you're in Europe where they, like, don't believe in air conditioning. I don't know why. Everyone's like, oh, it's because it's not summer. It's not hot here for that long. But, like, when it is hot, it's awful. At least it was when I was in England. All right, let's see. Where's this fire at? I think it's here. Right? Dodonga's grave. No, this isn't it. Oh, I think it's more at the actual camp thing, yeah? Pretty sure. However, the one thing I don't like about summer is allergies. My one allergen is, like, grass pollen. Right now, grass pollen is, like, through the roof. My allergies are killing me. It's so bad. Every day, I'm like, how's grass pollen? And it's, like, high. And I'm like, great. Fantastic. Okey doke. Let's go over here. Wait, this isn't it. Hold on, let me pull up my chart. It's gotta be here, right? Marsh? Oh, it's over here. Alright. Neat. Yeah. Yeah, it's a big fan of summer. Oh yeah, I still need to get Larry out here. Hold on. Man, it's so weird, because, like, 7 years doesn't even feel that long ago, but it also kind of is long ago. So when you think, man, like, okay, say you started watching this when you're, like, a freshman in high school 7 years ago, you would be about to graduate college, yeah? It's like 4 years college, 4 years high school. right? Hold on. WoW leveling F1. December 9th, 2012. So actually, we're closer to 8 years ago. All right, so pretty much you will be graduating college if you started this from episode 1. Oh, jeez. Also, where is this fire? Is it up here? No. Is it over... This is Marshall's Refuge. Dude, am I crazy? Wait, why is Marshall's Refuge taken over by Stone Guardians? And here's Midsummer Braziers. Am I like missing a quest here? The Donga's Grave. Wait, no, that's that thing. This is like when I come back. This is like when you go into the future and come back and everything's changed and you're like, what happened? I feel like that's what happened right now, and I don't know what's going on. I thought it was like up here or something. So it says Marshall's Stand. Oh. Oh. Marshall's Stand. Okay. What else have I been doing? Aside from... I've actually been looking forward to Shadowlands a lot. I'm pretty pumped for it. I've enjoyed everything I've played so far. And I'm going to be doing some pointless top 10s of Shadowlands, so that'll be fun. But like as for other games I'm playing, I haven't actually like played WoW that much. But I have, I've been playing Magic the Gathering Arena. That's actually been a lot of fun. I love Magic a lot, and I forgot how much I love Magic, and then I started playing again, and I was like, dude, this game's great. So I've been playing that. The thing is, in Magic, I love drafts, so I enjoy Hearthstone more for constructed. By constructed, I mean like wacky constructed, not like net deck constructed. And like playing around and stuff. But for actual drafting, I love doing like quick drafts or premier drafts or whatever. They're really fun. And I don't know, there's something about it I just love with Magic. And then I've been playing TFT again. I got to League of Legends. I got to Plat in League of Legends, and after I got to Plat, I was like, nice. Now I never have to do this again. And so I probably won't even do ranked league until like the next season starts and they change everything. But I'm playing TFT and that's been pretty fun. I enjoy like TFT auto chess. I hadn't auto chessed in a while. There we go. Let's see. Oh yeah, now I gotta go to Silithus. And yeah, I've just been having fun like playing what I want. I want to play, oh my god, I want to play some old RTS games again. That's what I've been playing. I played, I went back, did my MU Online Nostalgia. You probably saw that. That was on the channel. I also played Paper Mario The 1,000-Year Door on stream. That was fun. I went back and played a bunch of old GameCube games because I found my Wii. And so after I found my Wii, I was like, dude, I'm just going to play a bunch of old GameCube games because you can emulate GameCube on the Wii. It has like the backwards compatibility. So I was just doing that. That was really fun, honestly. I had a bunch of fun playing GameCube games. I know the new Pokemon Snap's coming out. I played that like a year and a half ago. So if you want to just type in Crendor Pokemon Snap, if you want to relive Pokemon Snap from like, you know, my perspective from a year ago. I love replaying old games. And it's like old people who rewatch their old shows over and over again, except I replay my old games. I don't know, man. Like, here's the thing. With video games, I was talking about this on stream, but now I can rant about it myself. So, I've always been more of a competitive online gamer. I don't want to use that word, but I had to use it. I just prefer competitive multiplayer games, whether it's RTS games, role-playing games, FPS games, MOBA games. You know, I mean, think about what I'm playing. I'm playing competitive card games. I'm playing, well, WoW's probably the most chill of them all, but it's still kind of a somewhat competitive game. It's an online role-playing game still. So it has some sort of like progressional competition. Then I'm playing TFT, auto chess, competitive MOBAs, League of Legends, auto, you know, everything I play is like that. While someone like Jesse, for example, plays more story-based things, right? Like if I went to Jesse's channel, I don't know, Jesse Cox. Let's see. YouTube. I want to click on his channel, have his videos play. Oh no, don't know what. Like, I'm just trying to figure out a game that people have been playing lately. Let's see. Why is it so hard to find these games? Why is this so difficult? Anyway, main point being, like for example, all the new games coming out, right? Like PS5, Xbox One, all these new games being announced. Like The Last of Us 2, that's another one where everyone's like, oh my god, the story, you gotta play this game. Or like, oh my god, look at this game coming out, that looks so good. Or like these, I guess these like movie story-based type games. And I'm not gonna lie, I get so bored in those games. Maybe it's because I don't get my adrenaline rush, my big dopamine hit that I do from like competitive online stuff, but I can just never get into those games. I think part of it's I don't care about the story. Part of it's I've just never been a big lore person, which is kind of funny because I just talked about how I enjoyed creating stories and putting them out there for people to watch and like movies and everything. But then I don't like story-based games or like get really into the lore or anything. I would say I'm more of like a story creator than a consumer. Maybe that's part of it. I don't have a target. But I like reading books. I like watching TV shows and movies. I think I just hate the format of like story-based games. And part of the reason for that is it feels like, I think I kind of know why. Every time I play a game, whether it's LOL, WoW, Magic, Hearthstone, like whatever it is, every game feels different. And when you play, why am I flying? When you play something like a story-based game, everything feels so linear, and it feels like everyone's gonna do the same thing. You're on the same path, you're gonna get to the same conclusion. And that's not true for every game, right? There's still games that are like, oh, you can go down this path and it takes you to here. You go down this path, it takes you to this conclusion. So there's like multiple different endings. So that's not true for every game. But for a lot of games, they have that, right? So a lot of people, I think, watch those types of things to see what their favorite personality or whatever chooses, and kind of to hear their opinions as they play through the story. So I can understand that. But I just don't like playing it. And I would say another thing is, I've just never been a big, like, I don't know, lore some people, like Jesse, they love something because of the lore, because of the story, right? You're like, oh, you know, I need to do this raid because of the lore. I need to take out Sylvanas. I need to take out the Lich King. I need to do this thing. While for me, I've always been on the opposite end where I'm like, you know, this sounds, this raid will be fun. I'm gonna do the mechanics. I want to get some loot. I want to do all this, like, play with my friends. And the lore attached to it is like, all right, that's just a little bonus, right? That's more of the cherry on top. While the other stuff is the actual base of the cake. But for some people, the lore is the cake and everything else is the cherry on top. So I think a lot of it just depends on what you're looking for and your style of, you know. I guess the thing is, like, nobody's really right or wrong here. It's about preference. I remember TB used to say that. He would say, like, I don't like puzzle games, but if there's a good puzzle game, that doesn't mean I don't think it's a bad game, right? He would just say, if you want to see a good puzzle game review, go to, like, Dodger's channel, where she loves puzzle games. So that's kind of how I am with story games, right? Like, I don't hate story games. I just don't really have fun playing them. And so I'm like, listen, I'm not going to really play story games because I don't like these story-based games. But if you want to watch someone, like, go watch Sam. Sam loves them. Sam plays them, like, nonstop. He gets really into the story. He doesn't talk a whole bunch, so you can still, like, pay attention. And he's good enough at the game to beat it pretty quickly. And he always finishes it. He never, like, gives up. And so I'm like, hey, if you want to see something like that, go watch Sam. And he's just a great dude. So, you know, it's all about just playing games that you want to play. And at the same aspect, that's kind of how it is on my YouTube, right? It all ties back together. I'm gonna make the videos I want to make. And if I'm not having fun making them, then I'm not gonna make them. And so that realization's just been fantastic. I'm almost level 81. Wow, I'm leveling fast. Thanks, Midsummer Fire Festival. I don't even know what max level is for this right now. Like, did they limit the level cap already, or like, did they squish it down? I don't know. Well, no, I guess it's 120 still, because my max character's 120. I don't know what I'm thinking. I guess they don't do that till the pre-patch, whenever that is. Either way. Well, now I'm lost again. What was I talking about? Gaming, stories. Yeah. I think my thing is, like, I also enjoy the little tidbits of story. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy the side quests more than I enjoy the main quest. Because I say, like, all this because I would play big open world games with story and everything and be like, I don't care. But then I'd play Studio Ghibli. It may as well be Studio Ghibli. I play Breath of the Wild, and I love Breath of the Wild. And I think part of it's because I love the Studio Ghibli-esque, I guess, world, because it's very kind of cozy, cartoony. And then I loved all the little puzzles. And then it's got all these little side quests. So you go to the desert world, you go to the snow world, like up in the mountains, you go to all these different things. And I don't know, I just loved that game. And the environment's what really got me in. So I'd say environment and kind of like the art style is another big thing for me over story, which might sound weird, but bloop. Whee! Which is actually one of the reasons I love Nintendo games, because I love Nintendo's art style. The gameplay is always very fluid. That's why I'm excited for the new Paper Mario for the Switch. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it seems like they're going more towards the old style of combat, which will be neat. So I'll be playing that. Whee! Let's see. Feathermoon, Feralus, Kantanachi, Bloodhoof. Oh, wait. There are fires in Mulgore. Oh my god, and I missed them. Alright, I'm gonna put out the fire. Actually, no, yeah, I'm gonna go put out the fire in... Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll put out the fire in Desolus, Shadowprey Village. Then I'm gonna fly back to Mulgore, and then we're gonna stop the video there for now, and then in a couple days we will continue going through Eastern Kingdoms, and then start on Western Kingdom, and start on Eastern Kingdom, and then, you know, don't worry, there's not gonna be another year that passes for the next WoW leveling. There will be one more in a couple days, and then I'll do another video for like Outland, another one for Northrend. Because, yeah, this has been fun. I'm enjoying it. I'm enjoying the old YouTube rant WoW leveling experience. And hopefully you are too. That's another thing. Okay. And another thing. I've noticed my own Twitch versus YouTube watching habits. And I have some people I'm subscribed to on YouTube, and then I have some people I follow on Twitch. And it just depends on the type of mood I'm in. Because sometimes I'm like, alright, you know, maybe I'm going to play, I don't know, Magic or TFT, right? And a lot of times for playing games, I usually put on a stream. Because it lets me keep focusing on the game a little bit, but I have something on in the background, and every so often something funny will happen or something goes on, and I look over like, oh, and then I go back to doing what I'm doing. Same with like working on a project or editing or like, you know, whatever you're doing. While with a video, oftentimes if the video's like 10 minutes or less, my attention is pretty much strictly on the video. And I enjoy that because I could watch like 5 minutes, maybe I could pause it and be like, okay, and then I rewatch. But usually when I watch a YouTube video, it's solely focused on that. And I feel like partially because there's a lot of editing and effort and writing that goes into the video to keep your attention, right? Every part of that video has been, what's the right word? Scripted? Maybe not scripted. Well, maybe scripted. It's been crafted to keep your attention, right? It's put into the video, right? Okay, here's a better way to put it. When somebody edited and filmed that video, they chose to have that frame in the video. It's like a movie, right? Every frame has meaning, right? They could have edited that frame out, but they didn't. So it's if the video's 3 minutes, that means every second of that video, the creator chose to have in that video. Does that make sense? While with a stream, there's actually a lot of downtime. Sometimes there's like other stuff going on. Like it's more of just live content, and so it's kind of all over the place. While with a video, it's very constructed entertainment, and sometimes that's very good. My main point being, sometimes I want that constructed entertainment to keep my attention and kind of take my mind off things. And other times, I want to watch a stream because that's more of like I guess more like a Let's Play. Where, you know, you look over and, like I said, you're doing something, you kind of pay attention, but you're kind of not paying attention at the same time. And I think that's also the appeal of a Let's Play. And at the same time, just like Twitch, sometimes you don't want to hear me go like, and that's Mana Rock Coven 454 just subscribed. Thanks, Mana Rock Coven, for 4 months. 1, 2, 3, 4. Every like 5 seconds. And so I understand that. And it can also kind of take you away from what you're doing, right? Because maybe you're watching that to kind of get your mind off things as you work on a paper, and you don't want to constantly hear me going like, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And that's why I think Let's Plays like this, like WoW leveling, are still, I think they're still viable on YouTube. I don't think they're as viable as they used to be. In fact, I think a lot of shorter content, like WoW Machinimas, Pointless Top 10, all that type of stuff, is actually more relevant than it was a few years ago. And I think a lot of people are just looking for that type of content because it's like bite-sized entertainment. A lot of people don't have a lot of time, and they're on their phone. Maybe you can watch like a 3-minute video somewhere, bloop, right? So I think mobile devices have actually made shorter videos more relevant again, after they became less relevant maybe like 4 or 5 years ago. Which is really interesting. I didn't even think of that. I kind of just thought of that right now. Decimalus. Oh, here we go, Mulgore. Here we go. So, where are we at now? 48 minutes. That's pretty good. Pretty good time. I say that because it's going to take like forever to process on YouTube. Luckily, I don't have to use Fraps anymore. I used to have to use Fraps, and I would record my audio with Audacity, and then I would have to edit in Sony Vegas, and then render. Sometimes the render would fail, and you're like, oh my god. And then you got to upload that and everything. Now, I just do it in OBS. The file size is really small, and then it's easy. So it's a lot less work for the exact same quality, which is pretty great. In fact, it might even be a little better quality. Fraps was kind of outdated. Man, I love Mulgore. Such a relaxing zone. It's the open plains. Oh, there it is. What? I just heard a rogue? I don't know how I heard a rogue from way up here. Alright. Let's light this fire. And then we'll wrap it up here.
How may I aid you?
Woo! Oh man, I leveled again, dude. I leveled twice in one video. What is going on? I'm gonna turn up the music a little bit because it's kind of quiet. There we go. Hey, Squeaker. Oh wait, I gotta bust Larry out. Larry, get out of here. There he is. Larry has arrived. So yeah, I mean, thanks for watching WoW leveling. I'll be back in a couple days with another WoW leveling, and it's good to do one of these again. It's good to just make a YouTube video and have a nice time, ranting and rambling. Larry, you got any final words for us? Yeah, subscribe, hit the bell, like that. Be notified if YouTube works. It probably won't. And, smash that like button. What's up, gamers? It's me, your boy, Larry, coming back. Alright, cut him off. He's becoming a YouTuber too much.